I went to buy everything in antique stores, and Wanda, the store owner, has been working on something cool that she's found online with some DIY websites. And basically, it's taking old ironing boards, so a wooden one you see over here, and the yellow metal one that you see here, and making coffee bars and actual bars out of them. So people are kind of doing their upcycling process, and rather than going out and buying one that might be really expensive if you bought it at Target or if you bought it in an antique store, but upcycling an ironing board to make your coffee bar. So here's your vintage 50s coffee carafe. Here she has some cans and different things. You know, you have your cup here. You're all ready to consume should you want to. And just making your own coffee bar. And if you can see on the underside, she's hanging her coffee and teacups under there, which is kind of cool. Down here in front also, you'll see your cobbler's bench. And I have one of these actually in my own home. I love it because it makes a perfect coffee table. So, you know, what used to be used for gaming in the 50s sometimes too, and then, you know, actually cut out to be what it is it makes a great coffee table. It has a little storage for you, and it's an interesting, you know, kind of conversation piece. As far as that goes. But Wanda has a lot of nice vintage and antique furniture. Over here, she's actually making a bar cart out of her wooden ironing board, and so you know you can have your 50s style glassware and different things on there, and set it easily in the corner of your home, or you know perhaps on your porch, especially if you've got the metal variety. So there's all kinds of things to see and do, and different things that she has. You can also find great vintage clothes, and we will take in another segment in a few weeks and go up to a shop in Stanton where we have a variety of different prom vintage styles for people to wear. If you don't want to have something that other people have, buy vintage, because it's a one-of-a-kind thing at this point. So if you want a prom dress that's different from everybody else's, buy vintage. So we'll hold off for a moment and then we'll go show you some more things. All right, out in the larger part of the store now, getting away from some of the toys and more girly things or whatnot. Old feed bin. This, I mean, it has, you know, square cut nails and its own cut nails, so it has a lot of age to it. We were joking earlier, you can put your kids in here if you need to, you know, do a quick getaway. Or in my case, it'd be great to have it, you know, for storage and whatnot on a porch. So when you have guests coming to visit, you can stuff any of your clutter in your feed bin and you're all good. So yeah, don't put your children in there. But lots of old furniture and things that, again, you know, old certainly anymore doesn't mean, you know, not a quality product. Actually, I think it means a more quality product and something that has lasted over time. And you can just see the history and the age to it. As I walk around a little bit, Chris is going to follow me and kind of get to some other things. Back in this corner, Wanda has installed an old mantle, which is just amazing. And not everybody has the ability to do this in their own home, but you can do something like it. You can put a false mantle up. You can construct one even yourself from probably found materials and found wood, and just really make a charming, you know, kind of retro aspect to your own house, which, you know, is just fun. And again, it's something not everybody has. Right behind Chris, I'm just noticing here, is your old vintage Christmas ornaments. And if I still had it up in my house, I was a little late taking my Christmas tree down, Chris knows, but the old vintage ornaments on an aluminum tree is just amazing. Takes you back to Charles Schultz, takes you back to Snoopy and a Charlie Brown Christmas and all of that good stuff, and just the vivid colors and you know, all of kind of the crazy and certainly not the trees that we're used to right now. But again, all of this can be found in your local vintage stores. I found my new ride. For summer. You know, again, fun tricycle, and this bike is so heavy to lift up. What I've seen people doing with these is they make planters out of them in the summertime. Ashland, Virginia is famous or infamous for this, and you've got your you know, your bike basket on the front with all of your flowers and kind of just used as a planter in your yard. So kind of a fun time. My new summer ride, I'll have to take that with me when I go. Moving on a little more this way, old baby bed. Never in a million years would have thought about a use for this, but what a lot of people are doing with them now is couches off of screen porches, or if you have a large living room, you can put it in the end and you can set it up, you know, not like a baby bed necessarily, but just like a couch. So probably comfortable, pretty cool and neat, and again, not something that everybody has. Over this way we have some cast iron things. always functional and usable and highly desirable. And then as we get this way, some of our older pieces, you know, your antique spinning wheels. And again, from a bygone era and from a time that we no longer know, but are really charming pieces in a home, in your living room or dining room. To if you have them in your family, definitely keep them. And if not, you can get one and procure one at a local antique shop. So it's just there's no telling what you might do and the different things that you can do with what you find. You know, I see behind Chris there's an old pan, a muffin pan, probably a really heavy metal one. I like those for my jewelry, and to kind of put different bracelets and earrings and jewelry in and different things. So you know what might have been used one way can certainly be used another way. And again, just a vintage spin on what we have. So we'll do some close-ups on the things, and we will look at one more room before we leave here and give you all sorts of ideas of what you can do on your lunch hour.